I hadn't had anything to do with pop management of pop artists before that day that I went down to the Cavern Club and heard the Beatles playing. And this was quite a new world, really, for me. I was amazed by this sort of dark, smoky, dank atmosphere, this beat music playing away. And the Beatles were then just four lads on that rather dimly lit stage, somewhat ill-clad, and the presentation was, well, left little to be desired as far as I was concerned, because I've been interested in the theatre and acting for a long time. But amongst all that, something tremendous came over, and I was immediately struck by their music, their beat, and their sense of humour, actually, on stage. And even afterwards, when I met them, I was struck again by their personal charm. And it was there that really it all started. It took about 8 months to get to the stage where we had a recording contract and we were having the first record issued. And from there to the present, well, where their last record sold 500,000 copies within 10 days of issue. Actually, their first record did very well. It sold 100,000 copies. That was Love Me Do.
The best thing was it came to the charts in 2 days. And everybody thought it was a fiddle because our managers' stores send in these, record things? Returns. And everybody down south thought, he's buying them himself or he's just fiddling the charts, But he wasn't.
Actually, we've been at it a long time before that. We've been to Hamburg. I think that's where we found our style. We developed our style because of this fellow there. He used to say, you've got to make a show for the people. And he used to come up every night shouting, Mac Show. So we used to Mac Show, and John used to dance around like a gorilla, and we'd all, knock our heads together and things like that. Anyway, we got back to Liverpool, and all the groups there were doing this sort of shadows type of stuff. And we came back, leather jackets and jeans and funny hair, macking show, which went down quite well.
We just bought leather jackets, not for the group. One person bought one, I can't remember, and then we all liked them, so it ended up we were all on stage with them. We'd always worn jeans because we didn't have anything else at the time, And then we went back to Liverpool and got quite a few bookings, they all thought we were German. They billed us from Hamburg, and they all said, you speak good English, things like that. So we went back to Germany, and we had a bit more money the second time. So we bought leather pants, and we looked like 4 Gene Vincents, only a bit younger, I think. And that was it, and we just kept the leather gear till Brian came along.
It was a bit sort of old hat anyway, all wearing leather gear. And we decided we didn't want to look sort of ridiculous, just going on, because more often than not, too many people would laugh. It was just stupid. We didn't want to appear as a gang of idiots. And Brian suggested that we just sort of wore ordinary suits. So we just got what we thought were quite good suits and just got rid of the leather gear. That was all.
So you had yours pinched anyway?
Oh yeah, I had my pants pinched anyway.
We didn't laugh at them in Liverpool.
We do like the fans and enjoy reading the publicity about us, but from time to time you don't realise that it's actually about yourself. You see your pictures and read articles about George Harrison, Ringo Starr, Paul and John. But you don't actually think, oh, that's me that I am in the paper. It's funny, it's just as though it's a different person.
When we go home, we go in early in the morning when we finish the job, and the kids, they don't know you at home. But if you find out, well, where I live, they get the drums out, and beat it out, because it's a play street, and, there's no traffic or nothing bothering them. And once, when the boys came for me, they popped in to see my mum and my dad, we had to go out the back because, there's 20 or 30 outside. And they wouldn't believe me, mother, they'd knock in saying, can we have their autographs? So it built up, so much. There was about 200 kids all around the door, and they was peeping through the window and knocking, In the end, my mother was ill, terrified out of our life, just all these kids and boys and girls and that, you know.
They send us a lot of jelly babies and chocolates and things like that, because somebody wrote in one of the papers about presents and things that we had given to us, and John said he got some jelly babies, and I ate them. But ever since that, we've been inundated. We had about 2 ton a night. But the main trouble is they tend to throw them at us when we're on stage. And once I got one in my eye, which wasn't very nice. In fact, I've never been the same since.
It all sounds complaining that, you know, we're not. We're just putting the point is that, you know, it affects your home more than it does yourself, you know, because you know what to expect. But your parents and your family, you know, they don't know what's happening.